started some coaching. I just spent $2,500 on some coaching. And with my job, I come across pocket deals, real estate deals, off-market deals that people don't know about. And my mentor, he makes a six-figure income wholesaling houses. So with my job, I knew that, I had an inside track on a lot of properties. But once I saw this project, this was something that I wanted to do all along with trading and things of that nature. I knew that I'd be able to make this type of income and leave it to my family. So I'm just fired up about Tradera. And Charles Mays. Charles Mays has followed me from company to company. I love this guy. I've sponsored him in everything we've ever done. And the simple fact for him to sponsor me, I want to work even harder to help him hit his goals and dreams, as well as Rodney Kelly. And it just feel like we got the band back together. So I'm fired up and just ready to go.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. We got the band back together. And this time we got a Ferrari. We have a Ferrari of a vehicle. So I'm excited, my brother. Thank you again for sharing. And let's keep it moving. So I have, actually, I believe I just had him and I lost him again. Shahan, where did you go, my brother? There he is. Let me get my brother unmuted right here in Detroit with me. Oh, I just lost him again. Where'd he go?
I'm here.
There you go. Mr. Shahan Turner, my brother. Tell the people who you are, where you're from, and what you've been doing to get yourself ranked up to not just Knight, but you're a stone's throw away from Noble at the $1,000 monthly residual. Go ahead, Mr. Shahan Turner.
Hello, everybody. Basically, it's just like the first guy was saying. It's about your numbers. Statistically, just statistics. I know if I invite 10 people to the webinar, maybe 5 of them might show up, and then we get 2 of them to sign up. It's just the simple statistics is that. I mean, once you spark their interest and they show them the product, is something that somebody can never take from them, or some people during this time, during the shutdown, people looking for ways to earn income, and with Tradera, I mean, it's kind of like self-explanatory, and I mean, it's a slam dunk. I mean, it's you learning how to trade in the Forex skill, and you also an opportunity to build an independent home business. But like it's basically just getting the people in front of the information. I mean, and the webinar, I can't stress how important getting the people on the Zoom call is. I mean, all you have to do is to get them to show up. And I've been using any questions I can't answer. I've been calling Dion. Dion has been a great help. You have to take advantage of the people that's already in it. Get them on the phone, a 3-way conversation. If you can't answer the call somebody. Say, hey, or give them the number out. I've instructed my team, okay, anybody got any questions, don't hesitate to give them my number so we can talk them through it. I mean, sometimes it just, people don't necessarily believe for some reason the person that they know that is real. They need somebody else to tell them, to encourage them. So that's exactly what I've been doing. So I invite like he said, 10 people a day to the call and try to get at least 5 of them on there. 3 of them, maybe even 4 of them gonna say no. But if I get 1 person a day, that's still good. So I can't stress how important the Zoom webinar is. I mean, it's very informational. It's not very long. It's cut and dry, right to the point. And if somebody that really want to make money and right in that future, they're gonna sign up, especially for the entry point. Simple as that.
Absolutely. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you, sir. And Mr. Turner, I know, you guys are rocking and rolling in the Detroit market, but very soon, as you continue to grow, that'll expand, right? Because those folks you enroll, they know people outside of Michigan. And just before you know it, the right person shows up, right, and helps you build a nationwide and even an international team. So I look forward to actually not just your business expanding, but even those who you're enrolling as they begin to rank up, doing something that Chris Battle talked about, creating other leaders. That's all we're doing, is helping people grow and develop themselves into leaders. And that kind of leads into the next gentleman I want to bring on, if I can find him. Thank you, Mr. Turner. Let me go ahead and see about this gentleman, Mr. Duckett. So Lamont Duckett is a partner of mine that actually that played basketball with me in college. He's now a bishop, right? Earning the $2,000 monthly residual. And he has a saying all the time, guys. He says, if you build people, people will build the business, right? And that's really what this is about. We're trying to empower people. I have so many folks who text me, literally, we're already a month in and we got folks quitting. Like they're quitting because before we even get started. And it's unfortunate because they haven't even given themselves a chance, right? And we can't build you up if you quit. Like, I'm here to help people grow and develop and get stronger. And Mr. Duckett, I want you to share your history, sir, with our company and what you're excited about with Tradera. Go right ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mr. Rambis, can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear, my brother. Go ahead. The call is yours.
Well, appreciate you, and man, and definitely all your great leadership and the things that you do for the team. About 40 days ago, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rambis introduced this opportunity to me. And when I first looked at it, it was, you know, pretty much self-explanatory, especially if you understand financial literacy. So when I started the journey, I started getting excited. But the thing was, I don't get really excited until my mailbox do. And when I say that, I like to see a happy mailbox. So, and the only way that I know there's a happy mailbox, there's a check in there. So for this week, just this week, I have received 3 checks in my mailbox from Tradera. And that's when I started getting real excited. I've been doing network marketing now about 20 years and plus. And I understand the systems, everything that you need to do, work on yourself, be personal development. But the biggest thing that I started seeing that I didn't like about network marketing was everybody wasn't winning. And now we have something that everybody can participate in and win in, regardless if they're trading, building an organization, but they can win if they just stick and stay, and sooner or later they'll get their pay. Let me say that one more time. You gotta stick and stay, and then you can get your pay. This is not a sprint. You know, we've been running hard for the last 40 days, running extremely fast, people watching. But the thing is, sooner or later, guess what? It's gonna slow down like anything. And what you gonna rely on? You gotta rely on your skills. And then that's when you gotta rely on the system. Because you gotta realize the system means save yourself time, energy, and money. So you gotta slow down to learn the system and then take people through the baseball diamond. Once you start learning that, ladies and gentlemen, this opportunity becomes like a machine, because that's basically what we building. And I listen to these other gentlemen saying the same thing. Stick and stay, you get your pay. I'm just starting. I mean, my goal right now is to get 5,000 people in right now. And I look at the numbers on the call. I mean, we have a lot of people in the business right now, but only 20% gonna do the work. 80-20. It's life. So you gotta think about it. I got to go through the numbers. I'm gonna flip these cards, and the one that wins is the one that flips the fastest. Okay, so you can't talk to everybody, but let the system, the videos, Mr. Rambis, myself, let us do the talking for you. All you doing is just shuffling through the system and keep a track of them, because you got to realize the fortune is in the follow-up. Just don't forget about them. When they say no, guess what? They say not just yet. I'm not ready yet. So you got to build and just keep going, because guess what? Sooner or later, you're going to get that phone call, and it's going to be that person that you've been thinking about, that you had over there, and you just called and be like, hey, man, you've been watching. I know you have. I'm at 5,000 a month. You going to come now? It's just, you got to realize we live in today's world that everybody's looking for social proof. They're looking for that one shining moment. And guess what? This is the time that we can make a big difference in what's going on today. Because if you ever went to school like I did, we went to a K through 12, then we went to college, and guess what? Only thing it gave us was a piece of paper. And the paper is only good if you can talk. Because when you sit down at the table and have the interview, they don't care about the paper. They want to know, can we train you to do what we want you to do? Then we're going to pay you. Right now, we're going to train people to do how they can get financial freedom, residual income, $2,000 a month. I mean, a month, and I'm getting it in a 500 a week. My wife asked me yesterday, can I have the 500? Yeah, you can have it. I'm going to pray about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, all I'm saying, get excited. Take people through the numbers, have some fun. And then at the same time, we're going to be on the beaches of the world enjoying everything, because guess what? We ain't missing nothing because we've been in the house for 2 months. There's so many people out here looking for an opportunity, but they looking for somebody to lead them. And that's what we got on this phone call right now, are leaders. Grab one. Go grab one person. I'm trying to get 3 people a day. I got 2 today. That's how determined I am right now. I got to get it. Get up, roll your sleeves up when they tell you no. Hey, that ain't the first time you've been told no. Just say, hey, thank you. I'll call you in about 2 weeks. Can I keep in touch with you? So, Mr. Rambis, I'm so excited, man. I'm ready to run down the street. I just came off 565, and the car wouldn't go no faster because I was so hyped listening to all these people talking from around the world, and we just getting started. So I'm gonna turn the call back over to you, sir. And
Absolutely, Mr. Duckett. I'm so glad I got you on, brother. Your energy is contagious, and I feel your passion. And it's like you always say, man, if we build up people, they're going to automatically build the business. And so you got to be here. You can't quit, right? Actually, I got one more testimony, and then I'm going to wrap up, guys, and let you guys have the rest of your evening. These calls are phenomenal. I love the Sunday Momentum call, because you get to hear how it's impacting people, real life stories, what they're doing and how they're doing it. And everybody, you know, these people that look and act and sound just like you, right? So last one, and I think I have her on here. Actually, I had 2, but I'm gonna let the ladies get this opportunity, and we'll bring my brother on again next week so it doesn't get too late. And I don't know if she's able to talk, so I'm gonna try to pull her on. Miss Sonia Smith, are you available, my girl?
You know it. I'm here. I am actually driving, so I'm muted so I wouldn't come in and out. How's everybody doing today?
We are phenomenal. So share your experience. I know you had some people quit on you already, right? But I know your leadership style. You don't ever worry about quitters. You actually focus on the people who want it. And go ahead and share your story.
Well, I am happy to do that. You know, quitters don't do anything but motivate me, so that's okay too. But I am Sonia Smith Watson. I am out of Houston, Texas, and I am an educator by trade. I've been in education for 26 years. I've been a teacher, a principal, and now executive director. And one of the things that I am most excited about is, first of all, whenever Dion Rambis calls me, I already start smiling because I know we are about to make some money. He has never led me astray, so I'm already in before he starts telling me what we're doing, because I trust him that much. And so when this partnership or this project came, what excited me the most was what everyone has already said. It is an opportunity to help so many people really leverage their income in their spare time, actually. And the one thing that a lot of people I know dabble in stocks but those are contingent upon businesses. So understanding how the economy works, I understand that there is no treasury around the world that's ever going to burn up money, right? So this project is surefire, like it's sure proof. You know, you're never gonna lose if you just simply just understand and copy the right trader. Copy the leader. It's a high-tech game of copy the leader and follow the trader. And so what I got so excited about is understanding that I have something I can teach my children, who can teach their children, and we can input generational wealth and skills for life, that they don't have to worry about a job or someone else who owns a business telling them what they're worth. They can create their own worth right now. So that's what's most important for me is I put my daughter in this business, and she's been, learning the trade. And so when things go, when she doesn't have, she thinks her plan A isn't working, she has a plan B and a C and a D. And so that's what I love about this business the most. And one of the things that I agree with, you have to stick and stay. But what I've also learned in business is when I put people in, I have to truly find out what it is that they desire for themselves out of this business. And so if someone comes in and they tell you, hey, I wanted to trade, I can't force them to be a business builder, right? And so what I'm trying to do now is teach them both things. I'm going to find that there's a merchant who wants to build and franchise, and there's a merchant who just wants to run that business. So every Monday and every Thursday, I'm actually training people who want to trade how to trade so they stick and stay, like Mr. Duckett just said. And then the ones who say, hey, I want to franchise this out for myself, I'm coaching them on the baseball diamond. Let's get it. But always and all levels of entering this business is profitable. If you put your mind to it, you study, and you do what's necessary, just do the work, then your business won't be like quicksand. I don't want to build a quicksand business where it's pile high, but when you step on it, it sinks, right? So I have to teach people how to go out and get the things that they need by simply being coachable, teachable, trainable, and duplicating the systems that are already in place for us. So I wish everybody much success. I'm going to keep grinding it out because I know the value of what we have, and I don't quit. I'll get up and make money all night long, and I'll teach other people how to make money all night long. This is nothing.
I love it, Miss Sonia Smith. And I know your tenacity as well, so I appreciate you and everything you bring to the table. It warmed my heart a week or two ago when you were telling me how much your trades were actually profiting and you were getting wins in the trades, because I knew you were going to crush the team building side. I already know who you are and what you're able to do. And when I heard that you were actually utilizing the service to actually trade, I knew we had something, right? Because everybody can win on both sides of the coin. And I appreciate you for all that you do and your continued success. Last guy, I think we might have time for him. I'm going to go ahead and get him on before I close us out. This guy is a rhino. He's a bull in a china shop. I've not only watched him build businesses, guys, but he has a tireless work ethic. He's a coach. And he's an all-star athlete himself throughout his career. And now he's coaching other kids to be all-star athletes as well. Mr. Paul Parker, are you available there, sir?
Hey, Mr. Ramos, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my brother.
Awesome. Hey, I'm going to be quick, fast. I'm going to run through this thing in a hurry. Hey, I appreciate your incredible leadership. I appreciate Mr. Battle, Mr. Steele, Mr. Turner, and, of course, Mr. Duckett and Miss Sonia. Hey, guys, listen. I was taking copious notes from them individuals. Y'all have to understand what they just said. Everything that they said, I literally was taking notes because you're always going to gain something from somebody. When you're not expecting it, you're going to gain something. So being a coach that Mr. Rambis said, I teach all my kids this. And it's just, y'all bear with me because I'm excited, but I teach all my kids this. Hey, if you give up on yourself, who's going to care? Who's going to care? Coach Parker's not going to care because you gave up on yourself. I chose to come to you to train you to get you better. But if you quit on yourself, why should I care? Because I came to help you. So guys, when somebody quits, why should you care? You shouldn't even care. So at this point, Hey, I've put in a lot of people, and a lot of my people have put in a lot of people, and guess what? Some people have just quit, but who cares? Some people might say, Mr. Parker, that's kind of cutthroat. Well, listen, this is just me being a coach, but I want everybody to take something from this. If you give up on yourself, you're teaching your children to give up on themselves. That's what you're doing. If you quit this business today, you're teaching your children to quit in success. Quit. So I don't have much to say. I'm going to be honest with you. Lamont Ducky got me fired up over here. You know, this guy right here saying, hey, he's doing 3 a day. I'm excited. That's all I can say. We're about to go ahead and get them numbers up. I'm always the one trying to finish, get the kids across the finish line, either first, second, or third place. But right now, I see it seems like I got to go first place, Mr. Ramos. I got to beat Ducky because Ducky is flat out getting it done. Travis Steele done jumped in here. Miss Sonia, this lady's never going to quit. Mr. Battle, I've never met you, sir, but you sound incredible. Mr. Turner, yourself. Mr. Ramos, I don't have much to say. I'm going to just turn the call over to you, sir. Over and out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Mr. Parker, man. And I think all you leaders hit it on the head or hit it out the park today. So let me just wrap up because I want to read what the text message that came to me said. And I want y'all to hear it because this is just getting started. I mean, I feel bad. I know Mr. Parker said, you shouldn't care that people quit. And I mean, I'm not, obviously I don't control their household or anything that they do, but I have compassion for people. I want everybody to win. I genuinely do, but I can't stand to see somebody quit on themselves, right? So I asked the question, why are you leaving like so early? And I have 2 of them in here. And both of them said, because I wasn't making money. And I can't tell other people to join something if I'm not making money. So then I asked the question, I said, well, were you able to get on the trading sessions? Because everybody's making money. They're catching pips on every session, the London session, the New York session, and the Asian session. They're catching pips. People are getting money without recruiting, without sponsoring. I asked that question and she said, no, I'm too busy. So you paid for the service, you joined, but then you didn't plug in to get the actual resources and the power from it, right? I mean, it baffles me. And then she had the nerve to say that, it's not a she. I don't want to reveal who it is. I don't want to reveal any of that. I just wanted to make the point that you can't blame other people for your lack of engagement. And that's exactly what she said. She said, no one helped me get my 3 and I wasn't making money. Well, if you don't go into the trading sessions, how could you possibly make money? I never did one 3-way call. So she wasn't sharing the opportunity videos or the YouTube videos. And I asked that question, why didn't you do 3-ways with me, right? She said, well, I'm in school and I didn't have time to get on the sessions. And I thought I would be given or distributed people so my membership would be free. So in other words, this person was looking for welfare. They were looking for somebody to do it for them. That's not what this is. You're a business owner. You're actually joining something to empower yourself, but you have to engage. Like, we can't go to class for you. I can't download your MetaTrader 4 app for you, right? So it's important, guys, that we take ownership and be responsible for our own business. And I'm gonna leave you with this. And I'm not even gonna read the other person's text because it was exactly the same. The person had done no 3-way calls, hadn't enrolled any person in the business because no 3-way calls were being done. They weren't in the live trading session, so they couldn't make money. And they're frustrated because they gotta pay $99. Well, I would be a little frustrated as well to pay $99 for something I'm getting no value out of, but you can get value if you just utilize what you have, right? So I'm gonna open up to my brother because we have this system set up for team building, right? On Saturday, if you want Q&A for training or for trading, we have my partner, Mr. Dan Allen, who is a magnificent trader, but he's there to answer questions and help the team along. And he's doing that voluntarily, guys. He's not getting paid. He's spending his own time and energy and knowledge. And we actually are able to leverage that. So I'm going to open up to him before I close us out because he's actually in here and I don't know if I can find him. But let me see if I can, Mr. Allen, let me see if I can find you, my brother. And we'll open up to you and then close out today's call. Let's see. There he is. master trader, entrepreneur, real estate investor, Mr. Dan Allen. The call is yours, sir.
I was listening to
I can barely hear you, Mr. Allen.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you a little bit better. Yes, sir.
So I was listening to the text you was just reading, and one of my mentors always said to not be a part of somebody's why not, right? So he gave me a responsibility as a person adding value, that I make sure that I gave them the clearest picture possible so that way they can make an informed decision, right? So if you were the person that sponsored that young lady or young man, I would have a different take on it, but I don't know who the sponsor was. But I hear a cautionary tale in the letter, and this opportunity does have room for overselling. And I don't know, because I just the first time I heard about this story, but it leads to be able to open up to make sure when you're presenting this information, you're not overselling that you can get your 3 get done for you. Because there is a component where we can bless somebody with the direct sponsorship. That's one of the things about this when we were talking about it that I highlighted, because I'm a builder. I heard Mr. Battle say he was a builder by his activity, what he did. I'm listening to Mr. Duckett have his energy pointed to the direction of a builder. But when people are getting started, this is so clear for the person that can see it. All we really got to do is let them see it. I had a guy from Nigeria kind of early today. We were on a WhatsApp, and he was like, okay, so when I get this, I get mine free. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you get one person, you still got to pay $99. If the $99 is not the value proposition all by itself, this might not be for you. Because I got to spend time helping you when you get here. So if you got a misconception of a lottery any kind of way, let's clear that up now. Make sure the 99 is the pound cake, and that you want the pound cake for the 99. And then if we get some icing for you because you did the activity, we can match that energy. So I'm not saying that that's what happened to this person, but the cautionary tale is don't oversell it. It's good enough already. The pound cake is good enough. So that's all I wanted to say, sir, because I got a couple people here that I work with. We just talked about this earlier today about retention. And one of the best ways to have retention is to have a clear value of the pound cake, the value proposition from the very beginning.
I agree with you 100%. Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Allen. I appreciate that. And words of wisdom, literally, from a business mindset, right? And so Mr. Allen brings everything you need to a business mindset. And unfortunately, we have an employee mindset because that's where we've been most of our lives, right? And so if you haven't trained yourself to think like a business owner, to do more than expected, other than what employees do, right? Because employees do the least amount expected so they can actually not get fired. And the employer pays them the least amount of reward, right, to keep them from quitting. And so it's a whole different philosophy. So I'm going to wrap up, guys. Remember, I think Ms. Ward is telling me to remind everyone that once you have your 3rd referral, you don't automatically get the membership waived. You have to upgrade to IBO. IBO makes you a business partner, not a client. Clients don't get business benefits, right? So once you referred your 3rd client, right away, you want to pay the $15 upgrade because it will immediately allow your membership to be absorbed by the company. Like Mr. Allen says, it's not free. They're just rewarding you for referring 3 people. You have to be an IBO, though, to get that reward. So keep that in mind. Make sure we keep that front of mind so we tell people, upgrade soon as you have your IBO done. Because if that happens, and the next day is the turn of the week, right? So like today, right? If you got your 3 today and you didn't upgrade and your payment was due for the next day, then you wouldn't actually get it for free because you never took the IBO. We've had that happen. I'll take some of the blame because I didn't know the first week, but we've been screaming it from the hilltops ever since. So we shouldn't make that mistake anymore moving forward. Make sure you do your IBO after your 3rd enrollment. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys with this, but you gotta have a long-term vision. There's something called a Chinese bamboo tree. And if you never heard of a Chinese bamboo tree, I want you to understand what it does. It actually has to be watered for 5 years before it ever sprouts out of the dirt, right? And so imagine, I want you to think about it. Imagine watering something for 5 years and it never shows any sign of life. How many people give up after half a year, right? 1 year, 2 years into it. And that's where we are. Like, that's what business is. You have to be doing something, activity, the A activity, like Mr. Battle talked about, talking to people, sharing the video, getting people on the Zoom webinars. That's the A activity that gets you the results. And if you're doing that, eventually the results will show up. But I want you to understand what happens with the Chinese bamboo tree. After watering that tree for 5 years, right, in the 5th year, the actual sprouts out. And here's what happens over the course of 90 days. The actual bamboo tree will shoot up 90 feet. It actually can grow up to 4 feet per day. Okay. But the question I ask you all is the bamboo tree actually growing 90 feet in 90 days, or does it grow 90 feet in 5 years and 90 days? That right? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Did it actually do that in 90 days, or did it take 5 years to grow? The fact of the matter is, you have to do the activity, right? You have to go through the blood, sweat, and tears, and ultimately you see the end results of what you're looking for, right? And what happened over the course of the 5 years, this is so powerful. I love this story because guess what? The Chinese bamboo tree was growing. The whole 5 years it was growing. You just couldn't see it. That's what's happening to you as an entrepreneur. The more you read, the more you study entrepreneurs, the more you listen to the audios and improve yourself, you're growing on the inside, but people can't see it. So the 5 years that the Chinese bamboo tree is growing, guess where it's growing? It's growing under the ground. It's growing a root system, guys, so deep and so strong that once it actually starts to sprout, nothing can stop it. The wind can blow, all kinds of elements can happen, but the root system has grown for 5 years so deep and strong that no storm can come along and wipe that Chinese bamboo tree out of its place because of that root system. And that's what you're developing right now, guys. I want you to have a long-term vision. Plant your roots right now. Water yourself. Continue to share. Continue to believe. Believe bigger than you ever have, because we've never had this type of timing and positioning ever. I know I haven't. So I'm excited for all of us. But I don't want to see people giving up on themselves. I love each and every one of you guys, even though I don't know everybody. I just want everybody to win. That's why I'm in this project, because I believe we have a real vehicle that can empower the masses of people. Okay, so whatever I can do to help you all, let's just keep fighting the good fight. I know for a fact that no one ever won anything significant by quitting. So I'm just here to fight through the end with you guys. Whatever you need from me, make sure you let me know. We'll be back in tune tomorrow on our regular schedule, Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon and 9 p.m. Eastern for our weekly actual opportunity overviews. That's every single day, Monday through Friday. Plug in your people. Let's get you guys ranked up so we can, of course, change your bottom line and your family tree. Y'all have a phenomenal night, a great rest of your week. Let's close out the night strong. If you got some apps, just get them in the system, because you got one more night to rank up. I know some of you are 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 people away from ranking up, and that check will cut tomorrow. Like Mr. Duckett said, they're cutting the checks. So all you got to do is fight to the finish. We'll see you all on the next webinar. Have a great night. God bless you. God keep you. And I'll see you all over the top.